Good morning, students. This is lecture number 3 of chapter number 6, Should Wizard Hit Mommy, written by John Updike for class 12, subject English, book Vistas. Children, as you know, I have already delivered 2 lectures of this chapter in which I explained the chapter line by line with their difficult words and meanings from your textbook. And today, in this lecture number 3, I shall recapitulate what I taught you in lecture number 1 and lecture number 2. And then we will proceed further with the explanation of the textual exercise given in your textbook. So let's begin the lecture with the recapitulation of lecture number 1. The story Should Wizard Hit Mommy starts with the daily routine that Jack had been following for 2 years with his daughter, whose name is Jo. His daughter was 2 years old when the tradition started, and today she was 4 years old. The tradition was that Jack would tell Jo a story out of his mind every day in the evening before going to bed, and also on every Saturday afternoon during her nap time. Now, the issue was that it had been so long that he had been telling her stories that he did not have any good idea or new idea for stories left with him. Even Jo didn't sleep during the story sessions anymore. So, every day when he used to tell her a story, the basic plot of the story used to be the same, revolving around Roger, an animal who used to change every day. Roger used to have a problem and he would approach the wise owl for help, who would send him to the wizard, and the wizard would solve Roger's problem but ask for more pennies than Roger had, and would also give him a solution to go fetch the pennies from a specific place. Then Roger would go to that place, fetch the pennies, and would happily go back and play with his friends. After playing happily with his friends, Roger would go back home before it got dark to wait for his father, who would be on his way back from Boston. Then Jack would describe what all Roger and his family had for dinner, and that would be the end of the story. On the specific Saturday afternoon nap, Jack asked Jo about which creature did she want to listen or hear the story that day. To which she replied, a skunk, because she heard about this animal somewhere in her nursery class. So Jack started the story with Roger Skunk, who was a very stinky animal. Stinky means very, producing very bad smell. None of his friends liked to play with him. One day he went to the wise owl and shared his problem. The wise owl then told him to go visit the wizard. Then the skunk went to the wizard and shared his problem. The wizard then helped him to solve his problem and asked him how he wanted to smell. To this, Roger Skunk replied that he wanted to smell like roses did. Children, and lecture number 2 began with the wizard's magic. The Roger Skunk started smelling like roses. Then he did not have enough pennies to pay to the wizard, so wizard told him to go to the magic well, turn around there 3 times, and he would find 3 pennies there, which he could fetch and give to the wizard. The skunk did exactly what was told and got the wizard his pennies. Later he went out, and all the other animals gathered around him as he was smelling very good, but when he went home, his mommy did not like the smell and asked who had made him smell like that. Roger Skunk told the whole story to his mom, and his mother said that she liked his smell earlier and he smelled the way a little skunk was supposed to smell. So then the skunk told his mom that the other animals ran away from him because of the foul smell that he was producing earlier. But his mom said that she didn't care. She took him right back to the wizard, and as soon as the wizard opened the door, she gave him one on blow his head with her umbrella, and the wizard changed the skunk's smell again, and he smelled foul again. While going back, the skunk heard the train coming. His father was coming on that train. They had dinner together. When the skunk was about to sleep, his mother came to him, told him that she loved him the way he was, and there was no need to make any changes in his body or the smell. The story ended there, children. Then Joe asked her father whether the animals ran away from the skunk after that, to which he replied, no. All of them had now got used to the way he smelled. Joe didn't like the way Skunk's mother forced him and made him smell foul again. And Joe wanted her father to tell her the story the another day, and in which the wizard hits mommy back and refuses to change the skunk's smell back. Then Jack told her that he would see, and the main point of the story was that the skunk loved his mother more than any other animal in the woods, and that mommy knew what was right for him. He then told her to sleep as her baby brother was already sleeping. He then closed the door and went downstairs. His wife was painting the chair rail. He heard some footsteps above and then scolded Joe. The footsteps fainted slowly. Then his wife Claire asked him that it was a long story. To that he replied, the poor kid. Then he watched his wife do the painting and working, but was very tired to help her. Also, he thought that their marriage was not in a good state, and also that there was no solution to it. He also said that he did not feel like talking to her nor touching her, and he realized as it was and he realized as it was a cage like situation. Children, now we shall discuss the question answers of the text. If you see on page number 48 in read and find out box, there is one question given, that is, who is Joe and how does she respond to her father's storytelling? So the answer to this question would be Joe or Joni. Joni, you know, was the full name of Joe. Was the 4-year-old daughter of Jack and Claire. She was accustomed to hearing stories from her father every evening and on Saturday afternoons for the past 2 years. With each passing day, sleep had started eluding her during these story sessions, and her mind and body stayed wide awake, engrossed in the world of fantasy and adventure. She was an intelligent and inquisitive child. Her mind was bubbling with queries regarding whatever she heard or saw. Her responses to the stories were a curious mixture of emotions caught in recognition of the known and eagerness to explore the unknown aspects woven in the basic tale by her father. An impatient Joe wanted the story to move with a fast pace and yet cannot proceed with conflicting ideas or unresolved queries in her mind. She was also a very observant listener and corrected her father wherever she felt he faltered. The intensity of her engagement with the story was apparent from her body language and facial expressions. She emphasized with the protagonist and rejected whatever did not fit in her own narrow world. The eagerness to understand and the restlessness to assert her point of view kept her awake. She was even willing to fight with her father and to coax him to end the story according to her standpoint. Her responses indicated that she had started developing a personality of her own. So, this would be the answer to this question that you can write in your notebook. Children, let's proceed to page number 53, where you will find the question is, what possible plot line could the story continue with? And this question will be numbered as question number 2 in your registers. And the answer to this question can be written, From the perspective of Joe, the story should have ended with a happy note of Roger's skunk getting rid of the foul smell forever and being able to play with all other animals or children there in the jungle. However, from the perspective of Jack, the story may not have such an innocent fairy tale ending. In the process of storytelling, it was evident that Jack got nostalgic about his own childhood and his mother. Thus, he brought in his own perspective, his sense of belongingness to his mother, and his experience of dealing with reality resulted in a mature and compromising end where the reality limited the scope of fiction. As he associated himself with Roger Skunk of his story, he avoided getting into the problematic situation of identity crisis and of blaming his mother. So this could be the possible plot line you can continue the story with. Now let's move to page number 54, and there you can see it's given what do you think was Joe's problem. So the answer is, for Joe, the story could have ended comfortably with Roger's skunk relieved of his foul body's odor or smell and accepted by other children as their playmate. However, Jack took the story to another level, which created a ruckus in the little and simple world of Joe. She was unconvinced with the fact that Roger Skunk's mother did not like the newly acquired smell of roses and wanted him to get his earlier body smell restored. For a little girl like Joe, the world was centered on friends to play with. Therefore, when she notices that other small animals avoided the poor skunk, she empathized with him and thought highly of the wizard who helped the poor creature gain friends and happiness. She couldn't understand why a mother would want to compromise her child's happiness just to suit her own self. Being the inquisitive self she was, Joe could not understand why the skunk's mother hit the kind wizard without being hit back. In her perspective, the skunk's mommy was wrong in whatever she did. Joe was not ready to accept that mothers are always correct. Basically, she did not like that the hero of the story must suffer, and she did not like that the story had a poor ending or sad ending. Being a small girl, she wanted the story should end happily, where the hero of the story, that was Skunk, must smell like roses, and all other creatures in the woodland must feel happy to play with him. And therefore she was not satisfied with the end of the story given by her father, and she insisted him to continue with the story the next day, in which she wanted now the wizard would hit the mommy and would turn the skunk to smell like roses again. Children, now we are reading on page number 55, and the question is, what is the moral issue that the story raises? This is the most important question of the chapter because the whole chapter revolves around the issue, the moral issue that is raised in the story. It is given under the heading Reading with Insight. So you would have found, I guess. You see, I repeat, this is the most important question of the chapter. So please be careful while writing the answer and learn it wholeheartedly. The story Should Wizard Hit Mommy examines moral issues dependent on different levels of maturity. There is a sharp contrast between an adult's perspective of life and the worldview of a little child. Children represent innocence. Hatred and injustice have no place in their world. In this story, the baby skunk was able to make friends only after he smelled of roses. In Joe's perspective, the happiness of being able to make friends surpassed any other thing. As a result, she is unable to assess the reason why the mother skunk pressurized her child to get his original foul body smell restored. On the contrary, Jack tried to justify the skunk's mother and wanted Roger to listen to his mother even if it means smelling bad again. Jack, a typical father, wanted his daughter to believe that parents are always correct and they know what is best for their children. Thus, the story raises this question of whether parents should always be followed blindly. This is the moral question that the story raises, in which you have to think about your personal experiences and then you can write it on the basis of your personal experience as well. So, this is always a very sensitive question of children, whether the parents and their decisions for their children are always corrected, and should children follow the parents blindly, or they should also be given a chance to keep their perspective in front, so that parents can also judge their perspective and can give them some better solution of their problems or the troubles they have been facing in their life. Now we are moving towards the another question, that is, how does Joe want the story to end and why? This is very simple to answer. If you have understood the story, then you are able to answer this question on your own. But let me tell you how it can be answered. How does Joe want this story to end and why can be answered in the way that Joe was not convinced with the ending of the story told by her father, and she wanted her father to continue with the story the next day. According to her, neither Roger Skunk nor the wizard was wrong in the story. Joe refused to accept the end where Roger Skunk's mother hits the wizard, and that too without being hit back. She wanted the story to end with the wizard hitting back the mother skunk with his magic wand and chopping off her arms forcefully, because she wanted that the Roger skunk, who was the hero of the story of that day, must smell like roses. He must not produce bad smell anymore. Children, now we are proceeding towards question number 3 on page number 55. Why does Jack insist that it was the wizard that was hit and not the mother? So the answer to this question would be, there were basically 3 reasons for Jack's insistence on only the wizard being hit by the mom. The first reason would be, by the time Joe realized that the story does not get a logical and fair ending if the mommy is not hit back. Jack had already narrated the story. To revert his words would mean to refute the notion that whatever parents say is right. And the second, for Jack to give into Joe's demand would mean disrespecting the elders. Joe was very young at that time, and Jack believed that it was the time for her to learn to respect elders and understand whatever elders do is right for their best. And the third reason was that Jack, while narrating the story, unknowingly got emotionally connected with the character of the protagonist and his mother. He pictured his own mother in place of Roger Skunk's mother, and thus couldn't imagine his own mother being hit by anyone. Moreover, he personally considered her to have made right decisions for him. So these are the basic 3 reasons, okay, that I have told you, and these are the reasons for Jack's insistence on only the wizard being hit by the mom. Children, now we shall proceed towards next question, which is also an important question of the chapter. What makes Jack feel caught in an ugly middle position? And the answer you will write for this question. As the story of Roger Skunk is unfolded, the impatient and unsatisfied Joe strongly puts forth her point of view. She did not want the story to end the way her father had perceived and narrated it. According to her point of view, the wizard should have hit the skunk's mommy hard. Jack knew that from the ethical point of view and according to the principles of respect that one is taught from the early childhood, what she was asking for was wrong. However, the force with which Joe had asked him to change the end of the story left him in a dilemma. He was caught in a battle between the two perspectives, and could not find a way to make Joe understand his point of view that mothers are never wrong. Children, the answer to this question would be one more as well, and you will have to write both the answers. The another answer would be, while the story session was on and Jack was telling story to his 4 years old daughter Jo in order to make her feel asleep. But the purpose of telling the story was not sold as the baby was not sleeping at all, though she was more enthusiastic and she became more energetic to listen to the story that was told by her father. Whereas at the same time, his pregnant wife was busy in shifting or painting the furniture or some woodwork downstairs, and he thought that being the husband, it was his duty to help his wife, who was 6 months pregnant and needed his help in shifting or painting the furniture. Though he was caught by his daughter for telling story, and the purpose was also not sold. So this was an ugly middle position Jack found himself caught in, that whereas he was required at the same time at two places, and where he wanted to go and where he was mostly needed was not fulfilled. Therefore he realized as if he was caught in an ugly middle position. Let's proceed to next question, that is, what's your stance regarding the two endings of the Roger Skunk story? So the answer I am telling you. Considering the tender age of Joe, both the endings seem a little irrational. It's certain that she'll be learning from whatever she hears and visualizes at this age. If the story ends according to Jack, Jo will never be able to question anything she considers wrong in life, since this ending stresses that elders are always right in whatever they do. In addition, the story shows the skunk's mommy hitting the wizard for no fault of his. The wizard had only done what he was asked to do. This may scare the 4-year-old Joe, as it teaches that mothers being elders have the right to hit anyone even if they are not at fault. On the contrary, if the story ends as Joe wanted it to, it will stop her from believing in and respecting her elders. She may even start believing that there is nothing wrong in hitting elders. So a balanced view may be given in an appropriate ending, where the mommy either does not hit the wizard at all or realizes her mistakes soon. So children, these are the this is the contrast or the stance regarding the two endings of the story, because there was a conflict between the father and the daughter towards the ending of the story. So that can be written, and do never declare yes or no for such answers in exam ever. Children, now we will be discussing the last question of the chapter, that is a value based question. Why is the adult's perspective on life different from that of a child? This is a value based question that you can answer in such a way that a child's speech and line of thought, his actions and reactions are natural and not guided by any outward influence. He speaks from his heart in accordance with what is ethically right in her or his perspective. On the other hand, an adult has many things to consider before speaking or reacting. Thus, the influence of society governs and dominates his thoughts. In this chapter, Jo speaks what she considers correct, but Jack, an adult caught in the dilemma, kept thinking on the consequences of accepting his daughter's ending to the story and what the society has made him learn over time. So these are the two different perspectives given in this story. One is of an adult and one is of the child. And it is quite evident that an adult's perspective on life would be quite different from that of a child, because there is difference of experience and maturity level. So children, in this lecture I have told you all the answers of the 9 questions altogether given in your textbook, and now we are proceeding towards homework. all of you have to learn and write all these discussed 9 textual question answers in your Fair English notebook. First you learn them and then write them in your English registers in fair manner, and don't forget to post me your solutions done in your notebook, because your attendance is marked on the basis of the same. So complete your work and post it on my personal email ID. Thank you. Have a nice day.